Honestly, I think I'm the best fighter in the world right now. That's why it's gonna be a bad day for Dustin. He's have problem with the wrestlers always, and I will give him the problem.
Do really good, and the good guys get to do both. Like if I can grab you and move you really easy, I'll feel really strong. If you grab me and I feel like a rock, I'll feel really strong. And I think that some people do both of those really well, and then some people do one or the other really well. But those types of guys, like the Islams, they do both really good.
Has Ian any different than your past opponents? Because obviously he's very tall, he's very rangy, he can make the fight slow if he wants to. What do you make of his skill set?
His skills, I just have to run in this camp too much because I have to follow him because he run too much. I know his game plan. We always see his fight, and he have same style always. But I will try to catch him, take him down, just what I did with my all opponents.
He's done a lot of his camp, obviously, with Charles Oliveira. He's trained a lot. Is there anything Charles can tell him about you that you're worried about?
Yeah, Charles is gonna teach him how to tap fast. That's it.
Makhachev is so good. He's so good that he head kicked Alexander Volkanovski in the rematch, submitted Dustin Poirier. He's a monster. When he gets guys on the ground, he just crushes them. And you could argue that he's dealing with a deeper talent pool. His weight class is, in my opinion, the most talent-rich weight pool in the sport.
Fighting Islam Makhachev in the octagon is now one of the most challenging things in mixed martial arts. Again and again, fighters enter the cage thinking that they know how to approach this match. Mission skills and composure that does not waver under any circumstances.
What was you thinking the whole time?
JDM needed to keep space, but not be too heavy when he attacked. Because, that was the same thing with me. Like, I thought about it so much before and during the fight that if I would dig down and really try to get off combos, that he was going to grab my leg. I knew he was,
Hey, see, Islam came, he did work. I knew that it could go that way, but, he made it look easy. It is what it is. I expected that, and now we expect what's next. The message is Islam knows, he knows how much I love him. And so it's what brothers do. Brothers make each other rich, like Mike Tyson said. So let's go. Let's get that work.
Salam alaikum.
Islam, you want to do your video?
Right, come on, we've got to go. This is what we don't want.
However, this Islam was not created in a day. Under the supervision of Khabib Nurmagomedov, he became one of the most well-rounded fighters in the MMA, improving all aspects of his fighting style to perfection. And now, with a huge fight just around the corner, fighters and experts are once again explaining why facing off with Makhachev could be the most challenging task in the entire sport. This became even more evident in his latest fight, each move he tried to make. Each time he adjusted his approach, he got yet another counter, rendering him incapable of mounting any sort of offense. In the end, Islam had thoroughly dismantled his game and secured the welterweight belt.
Islam was just landing these brutal calf kicks on everyone, and it became a narrative of the fight. I think he landed 10 for 10 calf kicks. What was your reaction as you saw those calf kicks come through? And I guess we saw reduced movement from Jack, and he looked like he was uncomfortable. Is that the key reason that was happening, in your opinion, those calf kicks sort of taking impact a little bit into the fight?
Yeah, I think they definitely, obviously, I don't know if you've ever been kicked in the calf, but it's not
terrible.
It's not a very fun experience. But
Israel redid the whole game just based off calf kicks, right? Like we saw the impact yeah.
So the game plan was to be further away than that range, probably, and then switching stances a lot. And I think when the lead leg gets compromised early, and it kind of hurt the game plan a little bit in terms of stance switching and stuff like that. So I commend them on their game planning against us. They'd clearly studied a lot of tape and looked at, they had an answer for the head hands defense, with the head kicks and stuff like that.
Makhachev said later that things went exactly according to his game plan. The plan had been drawn up together with his coach Khabib and his trainers, and it called for going for a calf kick on his opponent's lead leg, followed by an immediate double leg shot each time Della Maddalena changed stance. Once on the ground, Makhachev was aware of all the defensive techniques that his opponent would use and trained accordingly in order to be able to counteract them successfully. Even though Makhachev thought he could keep up with his opponent in the standing position, he was warned not to allow the champion to rely on his boxing abilities.
You also threw a lot of kicks. What was the game plan that you prepared for with the team to come in there?
This is exactly the game plan, you know. I just told us in the podcast. You can see in the Instagram what we did, the drills inside the locker room. I kick the calf. When he changed the stand, I go the double. Like he even not like sprawl, you know, because this is the plan. And in the ground, we know what he have to some sprawl, couple things, and I just block them and make this easy, you know.
Where did he rank in terms of challenges from opponents?
He's good. He's striking good. If I go with him crazy, what he want to go crazy in the striking, and that's it, you know. But my corners told me, hey, just don't go crazy. Shoot, hold him in the ground, make him tired, you know. He's dangerous, but I know everybody know he's the one of the best boxer. I can box with him, but why I have to make this hard, you know? I just choose, and I say the all fight week, I make it easy. I will take him down, hold him, you know. And everybody know this my plan, you know.
Moreover, what makes Makhachev successful and what contributes to his achievements is the training conditions where the fighter trains. As per Makhachev, his team consists of 60 to 80 professional fighters, which creates an atmosphere of rivalry that cannot be matched by any other gym. Each training session is a fight in itself, as each partner wants to prove himself by fighting against the UFC champions such as Islam and Omar Nurmagomedov. The pressure created by this environment makes everyone perform well, which results in no easy rounds or lazy training sessions.
Of course, everybody works hard, but I think the competition inside the gym, you know, we have I know everybody have good gym, good coaches, but no much people have sparring partners like us.
Yeah,
we have our gym, maybe 70 people, 80 people, all you know, hard to work, you know, not some, it's all professional fighters, 60, 70 people, and everybody want to show you something, you know, to beat Islam. They want to beat Omar because they are UFC fighters, you know, the competition inside the gym.
A significant part of that mentality can be attributed to Khabib, who has set an example of how one should train in MMA by instilling the same mentality among all members of the team. With Khabib at the helm, there are no shortcuts and not many easy days. Whenever the fighters are expecting a day off or an easier training schedule, Khabib does quite the opposite and makes them train through difficult rounds with heavy bags, conditioning, and intense sparring sessions. According to him, pressure makes champions. This kind of attitude towards training has helped Makhachev turn into a well-rounded fighter in the UFC.
It's very hard. When Khabib with us in the camp, you don't have too much options, you know. Today, honestly, we start to with the team. We start one guys to go Khabib. Maybe tomorrow sparring we can some rest, some rest.
Yeah.
Okay, you just go to the light and do 30 minutes running.
Yeah.
Okay, easy training, you know.
Yeah.
But when we came to the gym, 12 rounds is the boxing bags, and after everybody run. It's not easy, you know.
Damn.
And tomorrow, 10 in the morning, we have sparring. This guy, he don't know is other way. Just one way, hard work.
That hard work has manifested itself in the octagon as well, as even some of the sport's elite champions have failed to make it out alive. The same could be said for Alexander Volkanovski, one of the best featherweights to ever fight in the UFC, known for his high level of fight IQ, relentless pace, and champion pedigree, who saw the truth of the situation firsthand. Though many expected a close match following the fight between him and Makhachev's first contest, he found his opening, finishing the fight with a perfect head kick to notch one of his biggest knockouts yet. It was once again proof of the fact that to prepare for Makhachev is not only to prepare for his wrestling game, but also to prepare for his strikes. The ferocious nature was also evident in the fight with Dustin Poirier, a well-seasoned opponent who himself had been matched up against the best in the business. Following a head wound during the bout, it was widely assumed that Makhachev would back off. Far from doing that, he used the frustration of getting wounded to unleash even more ferocious attacks. Not letting his opponent get much respite, Islam kept piling on the pressure, brought him back to his world, and then went on to secure a fight-ending submission victory. It served as a stark warning that regardless of how badly Makhachev may get hurt, he remains cool, flexible, and one sequence away from winning the bout. Before meeting Makhachev, Charles Oliveira was riding one of the greatest runs the lightweight division had ever seen. The Brazilian had finished elite contenders one after another, held the record for the most submissions and finishes in UFC history, and many fans were already calling him the greatest lightweight of all time. But against Makhachev, that momentum came to a crashing halt. Islam repeatedly took Oliveira down with surprising ease, neutralized his dangerous jiu-jitsu, and dictated every phase of the fight. Then, when the opportunity presented itself, he calmly locked in an arm triangle choke to force the tap and claim the lightweight title. In one commanding performance, Makhachev didn't just win the belt, he silenced the GOAT debate and established himself as the new king of the division. Performances like those are exactly why Din Thomas believes Islam Makhachev deserves far more recognition in the all-time greatness debate. According to the veteran coach and analyst, Makhachev has quietly built an extraordinary legacy while many fans continue to focus on names like Anderson Silva, Georges St. Pierre, and Khabib. Thomas argued that a closer look at Islam's resume makes it even more impressive, as he consistently dismantled high-level opponents who were in their prime long before capturing UFC gold. From established contenders to future title challengers, Makhachev made elite competition look routine, a level of dominance that Thomas believes is worthy of being mentioned alongside the sport's greatest champions.
No, well, I mean, we always talk about, Anderson Silva, George St. Pierre, Khabib, and we tend to forget about guys like Islam. They just kind of sneak under the radar quietly and create this aura about them. And then when you really dissect that, what it is, and you go, wow, it's pretty impressive. It's really impressive. And, and I'm willing to say that his strength of schedule coming up was even pretty deep, was stacked, more so than other guys. So when you talk about not only just like his winning streak, like not just his title run, but his winning streak. Like when you talk about guys like, he was just smashing really good guys easily on the way up, like Thiago Moises. Like Thiago Moises at that time, like it's easy to look at where Thiago is today, but at that time, Thiago Moises was really good. And like a lot of the guys that he was beating on the way up were in their primes, and he made it look easy.
Yeah.
As his resume continues to grow, a common view across the MMA community is that Makhachev has evolved into a more complete mixed martial artist than even Khabib. While Khabib is still widely regarded as the superior pure wrestler and grappler, Makhachev has added layers to his game that make him a threat everywhere. His crisp boxing, powerful kicks, and proven knockout ability now complement the suffocating wrestling that made the Dagestani style so feared in the first place. Rather than simply following Khabib's blueprint, Makhachev has refined it into a more versatile and unpredictable style, strengthening his case as one of the greatest fighters of his generation.
In the other hand, I am more impressed with Islam's complete game, with his striking, with his head kick knockouts, with his boxing, with his wrestling that is replica of Khabib with striking. So I think Khabib's a better wrestler and grappler, but I think Islam is a better complete fighter, a better MMA fighter. Khabib dominated everybody without a question, and I think had he wanted to, he would have been doing that even across multiple divisions if he wanted to. He decided to retire, props to him. I think it's the smartest thing he could have done. He didn't need the money anymore. He didn't need the fame. He accomplished everything he wanted to, and it's just absolutely amazing to see that those guys can do that and just kind of say goodbye to the sport and stay on the back end of it, coaching and staying with their teammates and all of that. So now with Islam making his way and making his legendary resume.
So, just how difficult do you think it is to prepare for a fighter like Islam Makhachev? Can Ian Machado Gary solve the puzzle, or is he about to face the toughest challenge of his career? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe for more MMA content and the latest fight updates.